Alright, welcome back to another tier list. This one's going to be the new skill boxes. We got all of them here. The new ones, RKO, Unyielding Spring, Great Divide, and Ryatsu Puncture. So it's going to be the most up-to-date one, and let's get started. Shori on ground is been pretty mid for a long time, but they did change it so it has less windup now, and it also goes through Hyper Armor. So those are some buffs that can help it out, but the current way it is right now, you can just easily hold F because of the windup, and if you hold F, you can kind of punish them. Just hold F, go into a rising or a floating. It's not going to be like true like when you punish them, but like if they're not expecting it and you just block it or parry it really easily, it can easily get you punished. Shori is only really good if you have moves that are like either TP moves that are really good for posture, like Superstar T, or if you have just moves that are ranged and can do stack posture, so Shori will guard break so you can extend afterward. But on its own right now, it's going to probably be A tier, especially after like the change to the windup. It's going to be better. Before it was like B tier, but now it's actually kind of viable, especially if you have posture building moves. Gehenna, this one is the same on air and ground, so I'm not going to talk about it twice. But on ground and air, it's going to have like this variant where you do this. It's a punch. It can recast into like a flying kick. The flying kick is now feintable, which is really broken. So it has a ton of pressure, comes out fast, combo extends, and you can feint for mix-ups. So it's really broken. Also, if you're 50 Hakuda, you can hold down Gehenna to do a more wind-up, but a longer range variant of it. So you can like hit him from like back there, which is really broken. This one's easily going S tier, good pressure, good damage. Combo extends, and good chase tool, of course. Confliction, this one's the same on ground and on air, so I'm only going to talk about it once. On the ground, you're going to have Hyper Armor and dash into people, and you're going to fling them right in front of you. It's going to force a parry check. It's not going to be true into anything, I don't think, but if it's going to be true into anything, it would probably be true into things that are really fast, like Claw, Warding Crit, and that. Off the airborne variant, this one's really good too. It has really good stun. It has more stun than the normal one on ground, so this one you'd probably have to Q dash behind them, slam to the floor, and then you can do whatever move you want afterwards. Basically true. This one's really good. Confliction's going S tier. Alright, Shometsu, this one hits him up to the air with Hyper Armor, slams him down. Even if you miss them, the ground Shockwave will guard break and do good damage. It also extends into moves. If you kick them up into the air and then ragdoll them like that, you can go into like a Sarrow Grab, a Spine Rend, a Gehenna, basically any move off that, and it'll be almost basically true. I don't think it's true anymore. I mean, it probably is true to be honest, because it's very consistent, but it'll force at least a parry check. So this one's really broken. This one's going S tier, comes out really fast, and even if you miss it, the Shockwave can still hit them. Like you don't have to always just hit them, bring them up into the air. It still does good damage if you just hit them with a Shockwave, and it guard breaks. Trinity, this one's pretty mid in my opinion. It has 3 variants, no cooldown until you use all 3, but it's basically a combo extender. Like you can do it like at the very end of a combo. I wouldn't use it to start combos because you guys are put into neutral after this. You're not gonna be able to combo extend off it. It does okay damage, but most of the time it's not worth running this over the other SBs on ground because it just doesn't have good utility. It's just good for damage. This one's gonna go B tier. It does okay damage, but isn't really like good or useful. All right, Air Hakuda. And here we go. Shori, this one's always going to be good in my opinion, especially if you have long range moves to like pressure them, and then you can just Shori after behind it. Say you're like running Legacy Benihime, you throw out a Z move and then you Shori to them. Really good up tilt. It's going to force you into both into neutral. It's not going to make it so you can do true combos. Like Tora Reach into Gehenna is going to be true, but Shori into Gehenna is not going to be true. So you got to feint whenever you up tilt them, or you can just go straight into negation. To be honest, most people are pretty slow. Or you can go into like Death Flare to try and guard break them. This one's also gonna go. Oh, Shori's gonna go S tier. Oh wait, hold up. I gotta go RKO too. I think RKO is one of the newer ones. I think it's on ground and air. This one basically is gonna grab in front of you and then slam them down. Before it used to have true combos. You can do RKO. It'll slam down to the ground, and then you can do Catching Dragon. True. I don't think this is true anymore. It'll just force a parry check. But it does come out really fast, so you can do it like basically off parry. It's not gonna be true off parry, but it'll land most of the time off parry. And it does good damage. I'm probably going to put this one A tier because it doesn't have true combos anymore. It's just really good for extending, and then off that grab, you can kind of like feint into like a guard break move. So it sets up for combos though. Not true combos anymore though. Confliction, again, same as air or ground, so I'm not going to talk about it. Gehenna, same as ground, not going to talk about it. Death Flare, this one is really mid in my opinion. The ground variant has a ton of windup, and most of the time when you're going to land this is only after Spine Rend if you have a cheese build. Spine Rend into Death Flare, that's going to be true into catching. Only on that use case when you have like things that can confirm spine rend on the ground and then you can do death flare will this be good. But in the air, it has a lot more windup. It's gonna be a guard break, but there's really no point running death flare. Like the only reason you run it in the air was for the guard break. But now Tor Reach guard breaks on its own, which I think was a stupid Hakuda buff. I don't know why they made Tor Reach guard break, even though it's like one of the faster moves. But besides that point, I'm going to put a B tier. It can be good on builds like Dollhouse, Hakuda, where you Labubu them, Spine Rend, Death Flare catching for those crazy combos. But unless you have something like that on the ground to confirm Spine Rend and make Death Flare land, it's going to be mid on its own, especially now that Tor reaches a guard break. It lost its place. And we're on to Kendo. Alright, Sonata Flow. This one used to have a feint and made it really broken to make it S tier. I'm going to probably still say it's A tier. It's good if you're really good at feinting and knowing how to land Sonata Flow, but if you miss it, you're just going to get straight up punished. There's a really high skill cap to this skill box, and if you're not able to land it consistently, you're just going to get punished. I'm going to put it A tier because it's still a guard break on the ground, but actually, yeah, I'll leave it A tier. I don't think it's the best of the best, but it's good if you know how to use it and make it work. Like, it's not too crazy. Before, you could feint. Like, if you missed, you could feint, and it would be S tier, because it didn't matter if you hit it or missed it, because you would just not be punished. So, yeah. Crescent Relief, this one's always going to be good. Removes, like, half your posture, guard breaks, and even if they end up dodging it, they're going to be pulled with the hitbox, and you can Horizon Core True after that, because it won't put you on stun. So, like, if they end up dodging it, they're going to be doing, like, the iframe thing, but then you can Horizon Core anyways during this, and it'll be true. So, Crescent's always going to be S tier for that reason. It can guard break. If they end up messing up their parry and just have to dodge it, you can extend it to Horizon Core. So there's a bunch of crazy stuff you can do off it. Alright, Eviscerate. Eviscerate, I'm honestly going to put this one into A tier. I don't think it's too crazy. It has a ton of windup. It's pretty easy to parry and block. You can do, I think it's also, it might be 360 blockable now. I can't remember if they made that change. Like, I'm pretty sure they made it so you can't, like, behind the back tech. But if you're up close, it'll just go through block, because, like, the hitbox will be inside them anyways. But Eviscerate, pretty easy. It's got good range. You can't really get punished if they block it or parry it or dodge it, because you're just going to go fling past them. So I'm going to put it A tier. It's still really good, really strong, but I wouldn't say it's like the best of the best for Kendo right now. There's alternatives like Earth Shatter, which I'm going to talk about later. Also, Unyielding Spring. This one has a hyper armor slashes in front of you that extends, and then it'll kick them away, and then you can press M2 to extend. You also don't have to M2 immediately, so like it's not true into itself. Like you land the first part of it and then you M2, it's not gonna be true. They can just hold F and they parry. But if you throw like a move in between it and then M2, it can be really, really good. And because it comes out very fast, you can do it off parry basically, and it has hyper, so like it's just really broken and does good damage. So pretty much unpunishable most of the time if you do it up close. If you do it from afar, they could like eviscerate onto you, but hyper armor makes it so there's not really much punish options. Speed. Here we go. Strata Strike, this one's mid now. It has a counter, but the counter is like literally less than half a second. So most of the time people won't even react. Like you'll teleport behind them, you do your counter, but they're not even gonna react to you Strata Striking behind them. And then your counter is out of time and they just M1 you and you just mess up. So unless you Strata Strike counter into like a move that's always gonna be hitting, like a waterfall dance, or like just like a hitting move already, you're just not gonna be able to hit the counter ever. And the base one is good, but they can easily M1 you or just do a quick move. So unless you catch them in a perfect flash step where they're flash stepping and then they get out of end lag and then you're like very far from them, most of the time you're not going to land Strata Strike. There's a really high skill cap to it, and it's just not worth doing it for the damage. It can kind of combo extend. It's not going to be true into anything, but like the Strata Strike into like a Fast Fang will be really annoying. They'll have to parry that too. But Strata Strike, I'm going to put it B tier. I don't see it worth using, especially after the counter nerfs. The counter nerfs made it A tier before, but it's going to stay B tier right now because it's been nerfed. Flash Fang. This one, a lot of people like using. It does good posture, can guard break, but even if you end up guard breaking them, the one of the hits will probably make it so they're out of stun and they can just parry the next move anyways. So even if you mess up your dodge or your parry, you can just hold F, block most of it, and you're going to take like 5 damage, and then you just got to parry the next move, which I don't really think is that hard to do, especially with its windup. It's really good for catching dodges. It's got good AoE for that. I'm going to put it A tier, but I don't think it's S tier for speed. Ghost Cleave. This one is really good, especially for mixing up with M1s, feints, and crits. You can Ghost Cleave onto them after a feint, and then they can't parry it, and then they're just going to get hit by it. Because the first slash is unparryable. It is dodgeable. The second half is blockable and parryable. Or actually, wait, no. The first one's only parryable and dodgeable. Yeah, it's parryable, dodgeable. Second one is parryable, dodgeable, and blockable. So like you can also M2 to mix it up, and it's just really a ton of pressure because it's like a teleport move as well. You don't have to be really close to them to use it, and I think it's really broken. I'm putting Ghost Cleave S tier. Black Claw, this one's really good. It does good damage, comes out fast, good range. You can also feint it, so that's just amazing. Having a feint, along with like M1 feinting and crits, is just insane. This one's easily going S tier, really consistent, comes out fast. Acute Incision, oh wow, I low-key forgot to put this on here. This one's low-key mid though. If you want more like dashes to keep up with people, it's worth using, but it does very low damage, easily blockable because it has a bunch of wind-up. And yeah, unfortunately I forgot to put it on here. I don't know where the icon went. Great Divide, this one has a lot more wind-up than like a Flash Fang, and then you're gonna have iframes and then go into like the slashes move. This one got nerfed. It used to be true into stuff. The wind-up though is very easy to just hold F, and if they end up blocking Great Divide, you're gonna be put into end lag after the move because it doesn't guard break, doesn't even do that much posture. They can easily punish you. Great Divide's honestly going to be B tier now. It does have iframes, but the iframes take a lot of time to come out because there's a very big wind-up period. And even if they end up getting hit by it, it's not really going to extend into anything. And actually, it kind of seems like you get punished for even landing the move on somebody. But maybe that's just me. I think the move is pretty mid now, especially after the nerfs. Medic, here we go. Selfless Heart, this one's only good if you're playing Clan Wars. Does good heal, but it's going to take a chunk of your HP. I really don't see a point to playing Medic heal, because Medic with Combat Medic is just way better, and also there's better skill boxes for Medic. This one's going to go B tier. It does have some use cases in Clan Wars, but I don't really see a chance for a Medic to be healing you while also not getting jumped, so they need to fend for themselves most of the time. Overcharge, this one gives them like a this one gives them a pretty good heal. It's really annoying in ranked because they can't heal themselves, and it'll do a pretty significant bit, and they can stall. But if you're just really aggressive, Overcharge doesn't really matter because it takes a really, really long time for them to heal. This one's going to go C tier. There does have some use cases, but I don't think it's too broken. Amplify, this one will apply a buff to them. I don't know why. Oh, no, I still have it here. But yeah, Amplify, really not worth using. It's a small buff. You can apply it to yourself. And I also think I don't think you can apply it to yourself. You have to apply it to an ally, and then it'll apply it to yourself as well. So it's useless in ranked. This one's going D tier. Discord, easy S tier. This one's like 30% extra damage. This one makes all the medic moves do insane damage. If you play Operation Room, the ticks of that will do around 10% per tick, and Operation Room usually hits for around 2 ticks on initial startup of Operation Room, and then another time when they go hit the barrier of Operation Room. So this will do like a bar of damage if you have Discord and you hit Operation Room, so this one's easily going S tier. Also, medics don't really have much damage moves, so you need to buff the damage on the moves that you're able to use. So, yeah. Kido for Soul Reaper. Shinten's going S tier, really good damage. I don't think it's a guard break anymore, it just does high posture. I think they nerfed it, I can't tell. But it's still really consistent. Oh yeah, Ray Puncture, I forgot. This one's going D tier. There's no point running Ray Puncture when you can run Discord and like another like neutral SB. This one just, you don't really need Ray. You've got so many Ray still moves on Medic already, because also you're not really using that much Ray on Medic. Unless you're going like full Medic and you're actually healing people with like abilities, but you really shouldn't go like healing Medic or support Medic. Shinten Raiho, this one's gonna go S tier for SR Kido. Really good, simple damage, long range. Yuri Tenmetsu, easily going S tier. It does pretty good posture, and you can kind of stall it if you move your cursor around in a circle. They did make it a little harder to control it like that, but you can still stall it to mess up their parry timing and they're forced to block it, and also mess up their counter if they have a counter. So if you just have good posture management and you know how to apply pressure and posture before you Goryu, it's always going to hit, disable their moves and their flash step, and they're basically be a sitting duck. Kuyo Shibari, this one has some use cases. It's really telegraphed, really easy to hold F, so unless you have a move that can confirm it, or they're just stupid and you hide your like Kuyo Shibari behind like a high end, they're most of the time not going to get hit by this. But if you do get hit by this, they're going to be able to do like Tepu M1s into like a crazy bar combo. But the move is just very inconsistent. I don't see many ways to land it consistently on people who S-key against SR Kido, or people who just know how SR Kido works. This one's going to go B tier because it does have some good combos, but I don't think it's A tier or S tier because it's not consistent. Is there any new? Yeah, there's not any for that. Alright, Arrancar. Seraphire Flies. This one's a good posture or pressure move, but you can also just go what's it called, Cypher Clan, if you want a Bala or like a low damage auto track move that is just annoying. This one's really not worth running. I'm gonna put this one D tier as well. Lala Burner, this one's really broken. You're gonna stab him, and then it's gonna blow up. If you're proficiency variant, it's gonna blow up 3 times. It also spreads to people, so it's really broken in like clan wars if people are really bunched up. So this one's really good, especially if you're proficiency. It's gonna blow up 3 times, and you can true combo into a Sero or your Ceroscurus while they're getting ragdolled and thrown by it. So this one's easily going S tier. Combo extends, good damage, and comes up pretty fast. Hollow Bite, this one's just amazing pressure. It's gonna be a guard break if they don't parry or dodge it. And most of the time, you can move stack and have like other moves going towards them, like a crit or another thing that'll get in their way and prevent them from easily parrying and dodging Hollow Bite. This one's going S tier, really good pressure, just amazing overall. Kido. Reishi Bomb, this one's pretty mid, has a lot of windup, but if you do end up hitting it, it's going to be a guard break and do decent damage. But most of the time, they can easily just avoid this because it's just so slow, and you can also just punish them if they have anything quick, in my opinion. I'm going to put Reishi Bomb in, like, B tier. It can work, but I don't think it's, like, worth using compared to other SBs on Kido. Holy Thunder, this one has a lot more windup now. It's fully blockable, but it's really good if you're playing against Kendo, because, like, you can Holy Thunder while they're trying to Flower Passage, and then you cancel their move. It does pretty good damage, good range, or it actually is really great range, because you can go basically for as far as you want it to go. Yeah, honestly, I'm going to put Holy Thunder a solid A tier. It has a lot of windup, so it's pretty easy to parry and block, but it's really good to have just a ranged move that you can use to cancel moves from afar, especially on Kido. You don't really have much, like, I mean, you have obviously ranged options, but like things to cancel things that would really annoy you, like Flower Passage coming towards you, you can't really do much against that other than like slide and lets. Holy Thunder will allow you to get away from the danger and then also hit them with that move. So yeah, really good, especially because it has really long range too. Lift Regen, this one is still pretty good. It's 30 Kido, comes out very fast. If you land it on a wall or a player, it's going to do 3 things. It also does end up guard breaking and does pretty good damage. They did nerf the damage, but it still does like consistently go through block or straight up guard break them if you have like enough posture on them. So Licht is going to go S tier automatically for that. Soren Goats, this one's probably going to go A tier. It has enough stun where if you M1 and the stack moves off this, it's really broken. Like you can just get like 2 M1s off true after these, or if you keep M1ing them, like those extra things will just be really annoying. But you also do have to M1 them, and most of the time, if they are a smart player, they'll just not let you M1 them while you have it up. They'll just like avoid being close to you for a little bit, and then you just waste your move, and yeah. I'm going to put this one also A tier. It can be situationally good, but it's not too crazy in my opinion. Alright. Yeah, we're on to universals. Sanguine, here it is you're going to take some HP and you're going to throw out a thing in front of you that guard breaks. You're going to gain frame 1 hyper armor on this, so it's really broken. I used to like running this on Hakuda, but now you don't really need to run this because you already have Tor Reach as another guard break option. But if you need to run this and you just like having a hyper armor frame 1 guard break ranged move, you can run it. I'm going to put this one like a solid B tier. It is viable, but the HP loss does add up over time, so you can't really use it too many times. Like the combos you get out of, you're still going to take some damage and also damage yourself. Earth Shatter, this one's easy going S tier. It has huge hitboxes and they recently buffed the damage on it, which is insane in my opinion. This one is way better than Eviscerate because this one can go behind block. You can use it as a secondary dash. It's amazing on Medic. And honestly, this one is way better than Eviscerate. I don't know why people run Eviscerate because this one is a dodge in it of itself because like this dash, it's not showing here, but you can dash all the way to like over here. And you can also delay it by going to the side and then to them or behind their block. So Earth Shatter, I'm going to put S tier. Ignore Reiatsu push. I low-key misspelled puncture and I thought it was push for some reason, but that's another move. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end it. S tier are the best of the best skill boxes. A tier are also really good skill boxes that are dependent on your playstyle. B tier, these are starting to get almost very niche. C tier and D tier aren't worth running at all.